Or Sherman Denison Division.
From the Sportatorium in Dallas, welcome to USWA Wrestling Excitement. From ringside, this is Mark Durant saying hello. Great to have you with us. We've got a marvelous hour for you including a big showdown main event. Billy Joe Travis against the modern-day warrior Kerry Von Erich. We'll see Kevin Von Erich on the card as well. Stunning Steve Austin, Jimmy Jack Funk, Sheik Scott Braddock, Bill Superstar Dundee, Terrance the Beauty Garvin, and a whole lot more. We've got a special bout for you to talk about coming up on our program next week that we'll be giving you details about on this week's program. Our first bout is going to be Sheik Scott Braddock against Jimmy Jack Funk. We'll have that bout right after this short timeout. Stay with us for a full hour of USWA Wrestling Excitement from the Sportatorium in Big D. Tonight, May the 4th at the Dallas Sportatorium, beginning at 8 o'clock to see gorgeous Gary Young against Chico Torres, Kevin Von Erich against Sheik Scott Braddock, Jeff Gaylord with Skandor Akbar against Jimmy Jack Funk. Gentleman Chris Adams against stunning Steve Austin. A big grudge bout, Maniac Matt Bourne against flamboyant Erich Embry. For the World Unified Heavyweight title, Jerry the King Lawler versus modern-day warrior Kerry Von Erich. The Dirty White Boys with Ronnie P. Gossett in a big rematch against Jeff Jarrett and Billy Joe Travis. All of this and more Friday night, May the 4th at the Sportatorium. Doors open 6:30. Matches begin at 8 o'clock. Tickets on sale all day long, beginning at 9 a.m. See the big grudge bout, Embry against Bourne. World title excitement, Kerry against Lawler. And the tag team main event, the Dirty White Boys with big Ronnie Gossett against Jeff Jarrett and Billy Joe Travis. That's USWA Wrestling Excitement at the Sportatorium in Dallas, 8 o'clock Friday night, May the 4th. Be on hand in person. It is Jimmy Jack Funk and Sheik Scott Braddock as the action opens up here from the Sportatorium in Dallas with the USWA, one of several great bouts. Gorgeous Gary Young will be out for our next event. Jimmy Jack Funk, the Texan, against the former U.S. Marine Sheik Scott Braddock, who sold his soul out for the Arab dollar thanks to Skandor Akbar. Now claims to be from Iran, although I don't think he's ever been there before. Jimmy Jack on the arm. Braddock with a hair. The throw, the shoulder. The arm drag, and down goes Sheik Scott Braddock. Well, you're going to want to be sure to be with us next week for USWA Wrestling Excitement. For the first time ever on USWA television, or anyone's television for that matter, you're going to see a Texas Tornado Tough Man event. Some very complicated and some very exciting rules regarding this new concept and about. And I'll explain that a little bit later on, and then a whole lot next week. Down comes Jimmy Jack Funk with the knee on the arm, and the fans make lots of noise. Good crowd coming in here at the Sportatorium. This only our first bout. Braddock trying to get back to his feet. And he does so with Jimmy Jack holding out of the half. Nelson, watch a little hair as Braddock takes him down. And referee Tony Falk warns him about the rules. Leg scissors now by Jimmy Jack Funk. Bill Superstar Dundee in a big bout, a big feature here this week against stunning Steve Austin. We'll see Kevin Von Erich in an unusual bout against Terrance Garvin. If Kevin fails to win and in the allotted time, he becomes Garvin's valet for a day. It's 5 or 6 minutes or something like that, and Garvin claims he can run from him for that long. Jimmy Jack holding on, but Braddock gets a foot in the rope. And we start fresh with these two. Ronnie P. Gossett and the Dirty White Boys. Some names you'll be seeing with the USWA right away. Ronnie P., the great, big, loud manager. And he's got World Tag Team title on his mind. Braddock out of the corner over the shoulder. Braddock back to his feet. Back into the rope of the hair on the rebound. Jimmy Jack ducks the elbow, comes back, picked up by Braddock, and dropped down over the knee. Here's a pin. Could be, might be, but it's only 2. Braddock there with a big move to drop Funk over the knee. But Jimmy Jack hangs in there. From both hands, it's a shot to the head. Back into the rope. Braddock with a throw. Here it is on the return. Jimmy Jack gets locked into a big bear hug. And Braddock's got him in a possible submission hold here. Braddock trying to win VIA submission with a bear lock on Jimmy Jack Funk. And the referee stands right in there to check. Jimmy Jack looking for a way out of this. And let's see what he can do. Maybe a knee in the right place could break this bear lock. We need to jump in and take a quick commercial break. Stay with us. Back for more of this, our first event, in a moment. Trying to get back up after Jimmy Jack Funk released himself from the bear lock, and Braddock's going to put Funk right back in the bear lock. Sheik's got Braddock trying to weaken Jimmy Jack Funk, the rough, tough Texan, with the submission attempt bear lock. Referee Falk checking in. His arm has fallen twice. Let's see. Third time is the... Well, one went down, the other went up. That's good enough. Funk with the Texas sign. He'll box the ears to break himself clear. Knee to the midsection by Braddock. The bout still not over. Still anybody's bout. Going to take him around the seesaw neck breaker. And a pin. 1, 2. And that's all in the kick out.
1, 2, 3. What's wrong with you? I know I would, man.
Braddock thinking he should be awarded with the bout. Here's Braddock going to take him into that neck breaker again. My! Jimmy Jack hooks that arm in the rope so that he can't get taken down. The kicks out of the corner. Chops by Jimmy Jack. Trying to take over momentum in this bout. Jimmy Jack picks him up and drops him down over the knee with the atomic drop. And Jimmy Jack Funk now has things going his way. Jimmy Jack Funk really working over the Sheik Braddock in the corner. And he falls flat on his face out of the corner. Here comes Braddock. Look at Jimmy Jack hook the legs, pin the shoulders for 1, 2, and 3. And that is indeed a very exciting and very opportunistic win by Jimmy Jack Funk. Hope you enjoyed that, our first event. And if you'll stay with us, you'll get to see gorgeous Gary Young as USWA wrestling excitement continues. Don't forget Kevin Von Erich against Terrance the Beauty Garvin. Bill Superstar Dundee against stunning Steve Austin. And then our big main event, Kerry Von Erich and Billy Joe Travis. All coming up. Stay with us. Gary Young and Skandor Akbar as USWA wrestling fun and excitement rolls on with our next exciting event. There is a fan in the crowd who has brought her own Akbar doll, and that is not at all appreciated by the very arrogant and egotistical general, the main man of Devastation Incorporated, who bankrolls the entire operation. Gary Young against Jimmy James in our next bout. Coming up next, it's Kevin Von Erich against Terrance the Beauty Garvin. Kevin's got to beat Garvin in 6 minutes or less in order to keep from having to be Garvin's valet for a day. There's no telling what services Kevin would have to pay if that were to occur. Hammerlock by Jimmy James, and it's quickly reversed by gorgeous Gary Young, one of the mainstays of Devastation. Big drop kick by gorgeous Gary Young, and now Jimmy James. James gaining experience every week, but he's got a tough contest here against the likes of big name gorgeous Gary Young, big name, big talent. Flying snapmare. Down comes gorgeous Gary. Skandor Akbar watching from ringside, cigar in mouth as always. He's been known to burn wrestlers' faces with that. Trouble again with flamboyant Erich Embry, or should I say making trouble with flamboyant Erich Embry. Gorgeous Gary Young, one of his main hit men in that endeavor. James is thrown on the rebound, comes back in, over down to the backdrop over the shoulder. Akbar very quiet thus far in this event. And gorgeous Gary Young, very cocky and very confident in the ring. Feeling as if though he has everything going his way. Shot to the head by gorgeous Gary Young. Big knee by gorgeous Gary. Head into the turnbuckle. Akbar clapping and pounding his whip into the mat, knowing that gorgeous Gary Young is in control of this event.
Pick him up, baby. Punish him a little more. That's
And
it.
Akbar says punish him a little more. Said you could beat him, but give him a little more. Akbar's big ego desiring to be fed with more punishment for young Jimmy James. In the air, turning him around. With both hands, he slams him down to the mat.
A little more, Gary. Not yet, baby. Not yet.
Got him by tights, got him by hair. Wants to put him in a pile driver. Got him upside down. I hate this move. It is so very dangerous. Gorgeous Gary Young doesn't care what Mark thinks, though. Does it anyway. On top of him. Look at him sitting there so arrogantly, and even showing off to the camera. Winning 1, 2, 3. Well, that's gorgeous Gary Young. Stay with us. It should be a beauty of a bout with the beauty Terrance Garvin against Kevin Von Erich with a special stipulation coming up after this short commercial break. It is Kevin Von Erich now and Terrance the Beauty Garvin underway in this special event here on USWA Wrestling this week. Remember the rules, as I explained earlier. If Kevin Von Erich fails to beat Terrance Garvin in 5 minutes or less, Kevin Von Erich has to be Garvin's valet for 1 day. The span, and through the ropes to the floor goes Terrance the Beauty. And the crowd making noise and loving this bout. And Terrence Garvin is running away. He no doubt is going to try to waste as much time as possible as we come up on 1 minute gone. Here comes Kevin, dragging Terrence back down the aisle by the hair. Here's Kevin out with an elbow. Coming from the apron. Kevin really wound up in putting everything he's got into this bout, as Kevin can only do. A very exciting wrestler when he gets rolling. Here's Kevin. First he wanted to go over the ropes, now he'll sneak in from behind. And Garvin, I believe, has something in his hand. Kevin grabbed it. It is, it's a chain. And he'll toss it out to me, and that will ensure that it won't get used again. As Kevin blocked the drive of the chain. And he wants to use one of his own. Garvin gets knocked all the way out on the floor. First he tried the handshake routine, which backfired. Then Kevin caught the chain deal coming and was able to get rid of it. Kevin with a head into the mat on Garvin. Kevin now has someone's drink from the front row. And now the beauty is really feeling bad as he gets thrown into the apron. Your ex-TV color man in real trouble with Kevin Von Erich. Although time is ticking, half of the time limit is over. Kevin must beat him in 5 minutes or less. Wait a minute. Garvin is up to something. It's powder. Garvin is throwing powder. With only 2 minutes left, Terrence Garvin's third attempt at cheating has succeeded. He has baby powdered in the face. Kevin Von Erich, now he's got some tape off his wrist and is choking it. And the beauty may wind up in good shape after all here with less than 2 minutes remaining. The beauty grates his long fingernails across the back, bites Kevin in the face. Kevin can't see from that burning powder. Down with a drive and Kevin out of the way, and this is really getting exciting. Garvin trying to hold on to the momentum that he's got. Kevin with a tremendous drive, though, to stop the Garvin momentum. 1 minute remaining. Only a minute left. But Garvin drops himself off the apron, causing Kevin to go. Well, wait a minute. Kevin may be playing possum here. Is he trying to fool Garvin? Surely he is. Hey, dives right into the iron claw. He dives right into the iron claw, and Kevin Von Erich wins. Kevin Von Erich with the iron claw has won the bout, and he's still got the beauty in the ring. And he says this is for... What's this here? I'm not sure.
To dedicate this punch, the Chico Torres, to my brother Kerry, and everybody he knows that he's offended, this one's for you.
What is Kevin gonna do? He acts now like he's trying to help him back up. Like he's being the gentleman. And he nails it and takes him down. One more time, and that gets a big pop out of the crowd. All right, a great bout, a fun bout. Kevin Von Erich, a winner. We've got another big bout coming up. Our feature here before the big main event. It is Stunning Steve Austin against Bill Superstar Dundee, and we'll have that right after we first take a look at the USWA in action for you. Bill Dundee, Superstar Dundee from Australia, the land down under. Against Stunning Steve Williams, no, Stunning Steve Austin. As Skandor Akbar has come down with Stunning Steve and goes over pre-match strategy with him right now at ringside. Bill Dundee, the Southern Heavyweight Champion. And Stunning Steve Austin would like nothing more than to gain that belt here in this title event. Ronkonovich, the referee. Don't forget our main event this week here with the USWA, the modern-day warrior Kerry Von Erich against Billy Joe Travis. And we'll have that coming up shortly. Right now, it's Austin having trouble with the fans. One individual really expressing himself to Akbar. Next week, for the first time ever, you will see a fabulous Texas Tornado Tough Man contest. Let me explain a little bit. 2 teams, 4 on each team. Match starts out 1-on-1, 1 man from each team. Regular tag team rules prevail until a man is pinned. When a man is pinned, the team that pins him will then get off into their corner and pick 1 man off the losing team, either the one who's pinned or one of the others. They then have a full minute to gang up, do whatever they want to on the man they consider the tough man. When the 1 minute is over, the tough man will then have a 10 count to get up. If he can't get up, the match is over. If he does, it all starts over again. And it'll be a fabulous showdown that you won't want to miss next week here with the USWA. Bill Dundee on the arm with a much bigger Steve Austin. But of course, Dundee knows how to make up for his lack of size with lots of heart, speed, and charisma. There's a shot. Steve Austin, of course, came out of the stands here. Used to be a fan of the Sportatorium, one of the regulars with his friends, and decided to enroll in the Chris Adams USWA Wrestling School. Obviously had a lot of raw talent. Chris Adams brought him through quickly, put him in the ring, gave him all of his knowledge and expertise, only to see Austin turn on him and become an independent contractor before joining the ranks of Devastation Incorporated. He and Bill Dundee have a big bout here for the Southern title, with Austin trying to gain that Southern heavyweight belt. Fans say yes. Ronkonovich says no. Austin says no. Step over toe hold. Count of 2, and that's all. Akbar wanting the 3 count. Wasn't that Garvin Kevin bout exciting? Look at Dundee get a rough. Twisting that foot. And bending the leg backward. Both men on their feet, but Dundee takes the leg out from under him. Akbar moving around this way.
We're going to teach this superstar Bill Dundee a wrestling lesson. Oh, sure, he's got a lot of guts. And boy, when he makes up for the lack of size, he's got a lot of intestinal fortitude. But you see, Steve Austin, Stunning Steve, is a young, uprising superstar, and he's going to get Bill Dundee tonight. We're going to teach you.
That's Akbar's opinion. We'll be back for more of this exciting bout in just a moment. An armbar by Bill Dundee, something you rarely see. The knee there, the right knee holding the arm in place. while his left arm holds the arm in place. And what is Akbar doing back here? Akbar on the opposite side of the ring for me. I'm watching here in the monitor with the same picture you've got. And it's a quick pin. Flying snap mare. Akbar again threatening to get up on the apron. And Akbar, who's been known to interfere many times before, has to be knocked off by Bronco Lubitsch. Bill Dundee complaining about hair pulling. You don't think Austin would do that, do you? Austin with a tremendous drive. Keep your eye on Skandor Akbar, who acts like he wants to do something. Dundee gets right back up, and he moves in with the jabs on Austin. And it's one, and that's all. And Dundee turns him over. It could be, but it's only two. Look at Dundee not wasting any time. Now he's had enough of Akbar. Look out, though, behind, it's Austin.
Hey, get back in the ring, boy.
Out on the floor, the Akbar interference distracted Bill Dundee, and he'd had enough of it. That opened the door for stunning Steve Austin to get rough out on the floor. Akbar now with his whip. While the referee was distracted in the ring by Austin. Here comes Chris Adams. Chris Adams has come down. And you can bet he's not aiding anybody. He's just after Steve Austin himself. Helping Bill Dundee. And causing real problems for Akbar and Austin, and the fans love it. Gentlemen, Chris Adams bolts down the aisle and saves the day. And Bill Dundee will retain the Southern Heavyweight title by virtue of that win. Bill Dundee, and certainly an exciting bout there with Chris Adams coming down and grabbing the chair and taking it into the ring. A great Southern title win. All right, stay with us. Our main event is yet to come here with the USWA. A big showdown between the nemesis for so many, Billy Joe Travis, and the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich. Stay with us. That big bout comes up in just a moment. And the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, makes his way down the aisle, ready to go against Billy Joe Travis here at the Sportatorium in front of this big crowd. Hugs and kisses and acclamations from the fans. The Texas heavyweight champion, Kerry Von Erich, with the belt that Billy Joe had for a while by hook and crook, but he had it. Now Kerry's got it back, and Tony Falk, the referee, will make sure these two do not get into it, at least until the bell sounds. And Billy Joe wants me to be sure and tell everyone that he's still the greatest man that ever lived. Billy Joe in his pink drawers as Kerry Von Erich gets ready to derobe, and we'll get the bout underway. Well, now the bell, or the mic goes to the ring.
The man that leads the ring with the Texas belt is the Texas champion.
Kerry explaining that the man who leaves the ring with the Texas belt will be the Texas champion. Let's see who that will be. Might be a third party if Billy Joe has a little trouble lined up. Tony Falk showing the referee to the crowd. The bell is already sounded. This bout is underway. Kerry Von Erich in the white tights with the red racing stripe. There's Billy Joe right in your face. And from the ropes, Billy Joe will be a little more cautious than originally anticipated. Referee stands. Don't forget that big Texas Tornado Tough Man event next week here on USWA television. 8 men involved. Billy Joe being careful. Fans making noise here for the modern-day Warrior. One of the great comeback stories in the history of professional sports. Rick Russell of the Chicago Cubs and then Pittsburgh Pirates and now San Francisco Giants. Tommy John, one of the big comebacks in pro sports after the dreaded rotator cuff injury, but Kerry Von Erich came back from a worse injury than any of them. They said he'd never walk again, much less wrestle. Billy Joe does not like the fans yelling for Kerry Von Erich. That's all this amounts to. And we move on. Now, what is Billy Joe reaching for? Nothing, I guess. I hope. Kerry with a tremendous drive. Billy Joe with a reversal by Kerry. Oh, they're down. His feet almost hit the lights. Travis off to the floor. And our main event is a great one. For the man who leaves being the Texas champion, the man who leaves in the belt. All right, we're going to jump in and have a quick commercial break. Back for more main event excitement when USWA Wrestling continues from the Sportatorium. Now Billy Joe's in the corner right here in front of me, digging in his britches. Keep your eye on Billy Joe Travis as Kerry Von Erich tries to do that. Here he comes to the corner again. Kerry over there to try to stop whatever he's doing. From behind, is it a chin lock or a sleeper? I can't tell. I think it's a sleeper. Billy Joe Travis in the midst of a sleeper, but again, he's reaching for something. And I think he's got it. And he uses it on Kerry, right in the face. Billy Joe hiding whatever it was, or has he still got it in his hand? I can't tell. I hope it's not a sharp object. Boom, down goes Kerry, and there he puts it back in his britches. And Billy Joe with aspirations of being the Texas champion now. Kerry Von Erich with a drive. Billy Joe again. It looks like he's not hitting with it. He's grating it across the face, and it may be something sharp. Billy Joe Travis knocks Kerry Von Erich all the way out onto the floor. Here he comes after him. Down with an elbow from the apron. Boom, another shot on the modern-day Warrior. Look at Kerry come back. Kerry wants the iron claw, and he's got it out of the floor. Kerry Von Erich's got the iron claw out of the floor, and Billy Joe nails him across the head. They're still going at it toe-to-toe. Kerry and Billy Joe at it. Is going to be a body slam now on the floor. Toe-to-toe at it on the floor. Hope they don't head over here toward me. Tony Falk says ring the bell. Tony Falk has signaled for the bell to sound. The bout is over. But they're still at it. Kerry Von Erich makes sure he has the belt in hand. Tony Falk had no choice but to count him out. He gave them a very lenient 20 count, and then had no choice. He didn't want to take this out of the hands of the crowd.
Let's finish this right now, man.
And Billy Joe says he wants to finish it. Kerry Von Erich laying the Texas belt out in the center of the ring. Here he comes back in. I'm with you. Here's Billy Joe now. Is he going to reach for it or not? Kerry with the iron claw, Billy Joe Travis. And Billy Joe is heading for the exit. But Kerry Von Erich has the Texas belt. And that's what the fans wanted to see, the modern-day warrior. Kerry Von Erich with the Texas Heavyweight Championship. And a wild bout with Billy Joe Travis. I have an idea we haven't seen the last of those. All right, now let me tell you again about next week's big main event, the Texas Tornado Tough Man 8-man bout. 2 tag teams, 4 on each team. Bout starts out just like any 8-man tag would, 1 from each team in the ring. Until a man gets pinned, 1, 2, 3. The bout is not yet over. The man who is pinned 1, 2, 3 then will go back to the losing team. The man who pinned him goes back to his corner in the winning team. Then that winning team will pick one man, either the one pinned or any of the other 3, to be the so-called tough man. They gang up on him for 1 full minute, doing whatever they want to do to him, all 4 on 1. When 1 minute is up, the guys beating up on him will back away, and they'll see if the guy can get back to his feet on the count of 10. If he does, it all starts over again. If not, the bout is over. Could be 1 fall, could be 20 falls. It's going to be an exciting bout, and you'll want to be with us right here and only here on USWA Wrestling for all of that. And keep your eye on Skandor Akbar, who's got trouble up his sleeve for flamboyant Erich Embry. We're going to have to keep our eye on that situation 24 hours a day. Some of the other stars you'll be seeing include Gentleman Chris Adams, Hollywood John Tatum. We're going to have a recap of an important situation between Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Gaylord. Be with us for all of that and a whole lot more. Until next week, I'm Mark Terrance for everyone with USWA Wrestling. Thanks for being with us. Have a safe and pleasant week.